Welcome into the BSN Avalanche Weekly Breakdown presented by Huberger Subaru.
No need to ever make the drive or set foot in a dealership. Huberger Subaru can do the entire deal remotely and bring your new car anywhere in Colorado as a courtesy.
Allie Monroy here with BSN Avalanche beat writer Adrian Dater, and we're breaking down what's been going on with the team as of late. The Avs are coming down the home stretch. Entering Friday, they are 1 point out of a playoff spot. Dater, in your mind, is there any realistic hope for a playoff spot?
Realistic, yes. It's getting tight though, Allie. 5 games remain. 3 are going to be on the road. Friday night's game against Chicago, it was probably a must-win. They're 1 point behind Anaheim Ducks, who play Friday night against the Los Angeles Kings, which will be a tough game for them. And the Avs are also right behind the Kings as well. So no matter who loses that game, hopefully it's in regulation for the Avs. It could be good news for the Avs, but the Avalanche have to win their game first against the Chicago Blackhawks, who are a very veteran team with 3 Stanley Cups to their credit. Now they're coming in kind of loosey-goosey, no pressure on them. Patrick Kane, Jonathan Toews. Won't be an easy game. Of course, we'll have a lot of Chicago transplants in the stands too. Yeah, even if they lose tonight, they can still make it, but the imperative is to win Friday night's game.
Well, like you said, after tonight's game against the Chicago Blackhawks, the Avs head to California to play 3 games against teams who are all in the Western Conference playoff picture. Why could this be a blessing in disguise for the Avs?
Well, Ellie, I think it's because when they go on the road, they're the underdog. A little less is expected of them. I think that makes them a little looser, like you say, when Chicago comes in, no pressure on them. I think the young Avs team, when they go on the road, the pressure's off, nobody expects them to win. And I think that will help them maybe down the stretch to take some of the pressure off them, because I feel like a little bit at home, they let the nerves get to them a little bit. Some of these, the home games, sometimes you get a little jittery at home, and you don't realize it, but the pressure is big at home. They played so well at home, but I think they got a little too nervous at home with the expectations. And I think it affected them. They lost to Nashville at home. They lost 7-1 to Los Angeles Kings at home. They lost the other night to a Philadelphia Flyer team that they should have beaten. So I think getting out of town could be good for them. It has traditionally been that way at times this year. Remember when they went on the road and beat Minnesota and St. Louis in games they weren't supposed to win? They'll be the underdogs going into California, but maybe the underdog mentality is what's right for this team.
Well, it is the year of the underdogs. Going over to football, but and finally, would you consider this season a success regardless of what happens in this final home stretch?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. I mean, it's going to be disappointing if they don't make it. Yeah, it's going to be a success, albeit if they don't, you'll be disappointed again. And that's realistic. I mean, they were in a 3-point lead for the playoffs just a week ago. Hopefully, if they don't make the playoffs, it's a growing, learning experience for them. Next year, they come out with all guns blazing. They're going to have younger players still coming in from the system, Cale Makar, Connor Timmins maybe. It's a success no matter what. They got 90 points right now heading into Friday's game. They had 48 points last year. They're the first team in 25 years to have a 40-point or more increase. So it's a success no matter what. Of course, we all want the playoffs. Then it's a genuine success.
Yeah. Well, be sure to follow all of our Avs coverage on bsnavalanche.com. For Adrian Dater, I'm Allie Monroy, BSN Denver.
Huberger Subaru is the largest dealer in the U.S., which means big inventory and better pricing.